Hello everyone, Monty here from Happy Lifestyle Living, and today I'm going to teach you how to make one of my favorite dishes. It's spaghetti squash and tomato sauce. Now I make it all the time, depending on what meat I have in the refrigerators, what I put into it. I usually toss it with tomato sauce. I saute some fresh garlic and onion first, and then I throw in the spaghetti squash, the tomato sauce, then usually a green, arugula, spinach, kale, whichever I feel like having that day or what I have on hand. And then I'll add a meat, also depending what I have on hand. I usually prep, several different meats during the week. So today I'm just gonna put some chicken in, and it's very easy to make, very quick. The longest time takes is to chop the onion and the garlic. I just did that, so we get about 1/8 of a cup of onion, 2 cloves of garlic, about 12 ounces of spaghetti squash. I just weighed this on my scale, and I'm gonna put probably a cup of arugula in, so everything's all prepped. The only thing I had to do was to cut the onion and the garlic, and 1/4 cup of tomato sauce. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to the stove. We're gonna start sauteing the onion and garlic, and then I'm gonna show you just how easy this dish is to make, and then we'll talk about how much the calories were. Okay guys, so I've sauteed the onion and the garlic in just a couple of sprays of extra virgin olive oil in a non-stick pan. And now we're getting ready to add the rest of the ingredients. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna add the chicken, because I wanna get it a little brown also as well. We'll let that mix up a little bit before we put anything else in. Now I had this chicken breast in the refrigerator. I prepped yesterday about 6 chicken breasts, so I just took it out, I cut a piece off, got a big chicken breast, and I weighed it. It was about 3.1 ounces. I typically like to put 3 to 4 ounces of meat in a dish for calorie reasons, and also your body can only process about 25 to 30 grams of protein in one meal, and really the rest goes to waste. So now I'm gonna take my 12 ounces, I weighed this also earlier, of my spaghetti squash, and I'm just gonna throw that in. And then I'm gonna take 1/4 cup, I know it doesn't sound like a lot, of tomato sauce, but if you put more in, it gets too watery after me making this many times. I can tell you that. And then I'm gonna put in some crushed red pepper because I like it spicy, and some sea salt because the tomato sauce that I use has no sea salt in it. Organic Muir blend sauce. And then I'm gonna take some arugula. I always like to put a green in everything to get some phytonutrients, about 1 cup of arugula. And then I'm gonna take my tongs and I'm just gonna start tossing it. Now by the time the arugula is all cooked, is usually, or spinach or kale when you put it in, is when this will all be piping hot and ready to plate into a bowl. I'm getting very messy today. And you just toss it on a medium flame. You can hear it sizzle. And just keep tossing it until it's all cooked. I used to think, 1/4 cup of tomato sauce is not enough, but it's really enough to coat it and give it that flavoring. And any more will start just like when you plate it, it'll get very watery on the plate. And I'm also always looking to minimize the calories. 1/4 cup of Muir blend tomato sauce is 25 calories, hardly any calories. Now while this is cooking, I'll read off the calories. I just put everything into my Lose It calorie counter that I always do. You can download it either for iPhone or for Android. So let me just toss this one more time, and then I'll give you the total calorie count from the Lose It. So we have 1/4 cup of, 1/8 of a cup, of onion, which is 8 calories, 2 cloves of garlic, 9 calories, 12 ounces of spaghetti squash, 92 calories, 1/4 cup of Muir blend tomato sauce, 25 calories, 1 cup of arugula, 5 calories, and 3.1 ounces of chicken, which is grilled chicken with just plain with nothing on it, is 145 calories for a total of 284 calories. This is a big bowl of food. That's another thing I love about this dish. It's a big plate of food for 284 calories and full of nutrition. Squash is so good for you. You've got the arugula in there, fresh onion and garlic, which will, it's like antibacterial properties. Now I gotta tell you that You can use garlic powder and onion powder if you have it, but I gotta tell you, the taste is so much better with the fresh garlic. Anybody that cooks this kind of dish will tell you that you can tell the taste difference. Well, anyway, that dish is all ready, so then all I need to do now is plate it, and it is done. So easy, really so easy. I'm gonna let it toss it a couple more times to make sure it's really hot, but I can see that it's starting to steam, and I can see that the arugula is all cooked. And it looks beautiful. When you plate it, it looks so gorgeous. So I just take it and I plate it. You can also, for another 20 calories, you can put some Parmesan cheese. So it'll be 304 calories rather than 284. Today I don't feel like putting any cheese on. Normally I do. But this is a big bowl. And this is gonna be a big bowl of food. I'm just gonna get it all in there. And I'm gonna show you how beautiful this is. Really gorgeous. And so healthy, so nutritious. Let me just... And here we go. We are all done. And I'm gonna turn this flame off. And look at that beautiful bowl of food. A big, huge bowl of spaghetti squash and tomato sauce with chopped up chicken breast, arugula, sauteed onion, and garlic, with a little bit of arugula and tomato sauce. Hope you enjoyed my instructional class today of how to make one of my favorite dishes, spaghetti squash and tomato sauce.